These are the 5 supplements that actually eliminate irritability. So the very first supplement that helps with irritability has a lot to do with why you're irritable, agitated, have high stress. And after doing thousands of different lab tests on my ADHD patients, this is by far what I have seen is that either one or all 3 of these are elevated, and that has to do with GABA being too high. That can cause irritability and agitation. Also, serotonin being too high, which you're going to feel agitated, irritated because it could lead into serotonin syndrome, or even dopamine levels being too high, because this also not only can cause irritability, but also high stress, anxiety, heart palpitations, situation you don't want to be in. And so the one supplement that helps lower this is L-theanine, because L-theanine crosses the blood-brain barrier and can help lower GABA, serotonin, and dopamine in a healthy balance to give you that calming, relaxing effects that you're looking for if you're really irritable. And so the dosage that I will recommend with my patients when I see this is anywhere from 200 to 500 milligrams twice a day, depending on the severity. Now, the second supplement has to do with another thing that could be causing the irritability that you're experiencing. And that could be that your GABA levels are too low. Yes, if they're too low, then you're going to feel more anxious, more stressed, more irritable, but it also could be because your cortisol levels are too high and spiked, which also can cause irritability. And cortisol has everything to do with managing your stress as well as dealing with your energy. And so the supplement is Magnolia. So Magnolia is really effective in not only helping lower your cortisol levels to help you feel more calm and more at peace, but also it is really effective with dealing with GABA receptors to giving you that calm and peace of mind that you're seeking for. So the dosage that I'll recommend is anywhere from 300 to 600 milligrams once a day. Now, along those same lines, the third supplement, in fact, it's a couple that I will use in this case, has also to still do with your cortisol that could be contributing to the irritability that you're experiencing. But it also really depends on when your cortisol levels are spiked. Are they spiked in the morning? Are they spiked in the middle of the day or at nighttime? You can't really know until you actually test your cortisol levels throughout the day. And that's something I like to do with my patients and clients to see what is truly going on. And so if you want further help with me on this, then you can also look at that information in the description below. And so the 2 supplements I'm talking about here that can also help with lowering your cortisol is ashwagandha and rhodiola rosea. And so with ashwagandha being very effective in lowering cortisol is I'll start and recommend as low as possibly as 100 milligrams a day to even up to 600 milligrams a day, depending on the severity. But also it's really important that you take it when your cortisol levels are actually spiked, because if you take it when they're low, it can make things worse. And you got to be careful here. And I'll usually only recommend take this about 2 to 3 months to help manage the cortisol until we can get that stabilized. And as far as rhodiola rosea, I'll recommend anywhere from 100 to 300 milligrams a day. And again, depending on the severity and also where your tests will actually show where your cortisol levels are spiked. But usually a general safe rule for both of these is you could take them at night because your cortisol levels should be low at night if you're wanting to just test out to see if it does help with that. Now, supplements is only one aspect in helping reducing your irritability and your stress and anxiety that you're experiencing. So you should download my stress-free ADHD lab protocol in the description below to find out how I help my patients and clients help with their irritability and stress. Now, the 4th supplement is also to have to do with GABA, which can be the reason why you're feeling irritable, because if it is also still too low or too high, cause issues. But if it's too low, you're going to feel that irritability all the time. And so you could supplement directly GABA that can help improve those levels, that calm effect that you're looking for. And so in this case, I'll recommend anywhere from 500 to all the way up to 2,000 milligrams a day. And again, it really depends on the severity of how deficient you're low in your GABA levels. Now, the 5th supplement has to do with what makes GABA, because it's one thing to maybe just supplement GABA directly, but if there's something further back in the line that helps make GABA and you're deficient in that, it makes it very difficult to producing enough GABA. And so what I'm talking about is glutamine. Glutamine helps make GABA. And if you're deficient in glutamine, that can also be a contributing factor of why you're feeling irritable and have high stress and anxiety all the time. And so in this case, if you are deficient in it, I'll recommend my patients to take anywhere from 1,000 to 3,000 milligrams a day, depending again on the severity. Now, like I said before, supplements are great, but if you don't know what you're deficient in, then it makes it very difficult to find out what's going to be effective as far as the supplements to helping with your irritability or your ADHD. So you should watch this video next where I talk about the critical labs that every person with ADHD should run to identify what truly is the root cause of your problem. So watch this video next.